WWE is planning a massive dream match and so much more news. We're going to talk about it. Don't forget, we're doing this giveaway at 100K. Subscribe for a chance to win. Welcome back to the Angle Show. You can follow me at AnglePW on X. I want to do an update on Serena Deeb, largely due to the fact that there's obviously been a lot of talk about her and where she's been and stuff like that. Serena Deeb took to Instagram today and she revealed some unfortunate news. She revealed that she had suffered 3 seizures since last October, and that is the reason why she's been out of the ring with AEW. She said, since last October, I've had a series of 3 unprovoked seizures. This has been a really dramatic time period for me and has affected my career and life. In a lot of ways, it's been really scary for me. I've seen a lot of different doctors and had every test imaginable. For the longest time, nobody could tell me why this happened. She basically talked a little bit more about her experience while seeing a neurologist. She says that I saw my neurologist recently, and he told me that I've recovered, I'm healthy, and I'm officially cleared to wrestle. That means I'm ready to return. Now, guys, I am not a doctor, okay? So I am not giving any sort of feedback on the medical aspect of this. From a fan's perspective, absolutely love Serena Deeb. Absolutely love what she did with AEW when she was active on AEW. I am not going to challenge the medical professionals, okay? Let me make that very clear. If the doctors are saying she's good to go, then awesome. I would love to see Serena Deeb in the women's division. I would love to see her feud with Julia Hart. I would love to see her win some gold. I would love to see her active on television, personally, from a fan's perspective. Again, I'm not a medical professional. If there is any risk whatsoever to her coming back, then I would obviously hope that the doctors get that right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them just putting anybody on TV just for the sake of putting them on TV. But if they're saying she's good to go, then obviously I'd be very happy with that. Because as you guys know, real life is more important than this wrestling shit. And we talk about that a lot on this channel. I genuinely mean that. And obviously we want these people to be healthy. We want them to be A-okay. Because that is obviously the most important thing. So if Serena Deeb is cleared, great. We could probably expect her on television sometime soon. And I'm hoping that when she does come back, AEW knows that she is a very good asset for the women's division. And obviously that will be very enjoyable to watch. On the other hand, if there's any doubt whatsoever from the medical professionals, then perhaps at that point they would have to keep her out of there. I don't know what the risk is with this type of situation, but they're saying that she's good to go. Obviously, I could be pretty excited about that return. QT Marshall announced the other day that he was leaving the company. Now Fightful Select dropped a very interesting report suggesting that they have spoken with MLW sources that immediately indicated interest in QT Marshall, saying that they were surprised he was hitting the open market. They were told that Major League Wrestling is planning to communicate with Marshall and wants him to work both in and out of the ring. That's interesting. It's also reported that MLW is currently undergoing a front office overhaul with several positions being restructured, some of which were previously held by Marshall during his time in AEW. Marshall is regarded by MLW as a versatile talent both inside and outside of the ring. It was also noted that QT Marshall has also several pushing for him within WWE for a variety of roles, which is to be expected. Obviously, a lot of talent have come out in support of QT Marshall since he announced his resignation from the company. I've been very, very specific in saying that I believe QT Marshall would be very valuable for WWE backstage. Obviously, with QT Marshall leaving AEW, does he want to be a wrestler? Does he want to be a coach? Does he want to be helping writing shows? That's something that, I don't have the answers to. Obviously, if QT Marshall has no plans to wrestle and he wants to do some backstage stuff with WWE or MLW, I am all for it. I think this guy's a good wrestler. I just see more value for him being in the backstage environment. And obviously AEW felt that way as well, because QT Marshall was said to be very, very, very important to AEW, and more specifically, very important to Tony Khan, especially when starting the company. So being that he was there from the beginning, Tony Khan didn't know how to time matches. He didn't know how to produce these matches and things like that. And that was something that QT Marshall actually had experience with. And that was something that he was able to help teach Tony Khan. So obviously, if you can get somebody like that in your backstage environment, it's very helpful, especially with WWE taking on NIL talent, which are collegiate athletes. I assume that to be a very good thing for them. Now, if QT Marshall does want to wrestle, I can't see why it would be a bad thing for MLW. And then even Impact, right? Impact is going through this massive change to become TNA again. You bring in QT Marshall, you have him help out backstage. Having the right-minded people, it's important. It's so important to the companies, man. And you look at, Impact has a great example of this. A lot of people are contributing from a backstage perspective. It seems like they're all on the same wavelength. And if you look at Triple H's regime, it kind of feels the same way. So hopefully all works out. I'll keep you guys updated with where he goes. But it sounds like MLW could be making a good offer. And of course, we can never rule out MLW because they are another company that exists and they seem to be doing pretty fine. With that being said, I do want to turn our attention to WWE. CM Punk, Triple H got some big plans. Another awesome report from Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select. They have reported today that there are several people in the company pushing for the possibility of CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. So much so that we're told that Punk had even had discussions about the possibility. Many people in the WWE are hopeful and optimistic, and the match could finally be put together as many ideas have floated between Punk and the company. The ideal situation would be to see Austin and Punk meeting with each other to go over ideas. However, the two sides reportedly need to get through a lot before a match can happen. People close to Austin said they have not heard him mention any personal issues with Punk that they would need to get over. It's unclear what they need to work through. Now, if you're a follower of mine, you know on this channel, I have spoken about this potential dream match a couple months ago and a couple years ago. And if you remember WWE 13 and the promotion between Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin, that's one of my dream matches, bro. That's one of my dream matches. And look, Kevin Owens and Stone Cold Steve Austin was fun. It was chaotic. It was crazy. I don't mind this. I really don't mind this. I know some people are going to be annoying as hell about it. I know that for a fact. I know people will definitely be old as hell and weird about it because, they're past their prime, whatever. Just shut up and enjoy the damn show, baby. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Punk is a massive match. The IWC will go crazy about it. And I feel like the build could be really special. And the thing is, I really loved Stone Cold and CM Punk, and I really wished it would have happened 10 years ago. Obviously, it didn't. But, there's been dream matches in my life that I've never been able to see. Sting versus Undertaker was one of them. This is one of them I have to see. So if WWE's planning for it, I'm all for it. Guys, let me know what you think. Don't forget, we're giving away this championship belt once we hit 100,000 subscribers. So go ahead and click subscribe today.